What's up, everybody? Today I am making a second video about things that you can do to help with anxiety during the lockdowns. Okay, so yesterday I talked about acupressure. I talked about the Wim Hof breathing methods. I talked about a what I like to call a Kundalini crazy thing from Dr. Joe Dispenza. I talked about getting good sleep. Let's see, what else did I talk about? I think that's mostly what I covered. So I'm going to talk about some more things you can do. Um, Another thing that you can do is there's something called the vagus nerve. Everyone has the vagus nerve. It runs from pretty much the reptilian part of your brain all the way down your spine, and it kind of ends at the base of your spine. Now, what the vagus nerve does is it has nerves that go out from the vagus nerve, and these nerves control all of your major organs. It controls the heart, controls your lungs, it controls your gut, it controls your liver, everything, all of your major organs. So, if you've heard of the gut brain connection, that's how the connection between your brain and your gut is established. But you could also say that there's a heart brain connection. You could say that there's a liver brain connection because the vagus nerve is communicating with your brain, and it's making sure that there's a good connection between whatever major organ we're talking about and your brain. So if your vagus nerve is not working correctly, it can affect any one of your major organs. Lots of people with disease, whether it be obesity, etc., they have problems with their vagus nerve. Now, the question is, what do you do if your vagus nerve is not communicating with your organs correctly? Now, I bet you're wondering, well, why are you talking about the vagus nerve? What does this have to do with anxiety? Well, the number one thing is if your vagus nerve is not communicating with your gut correctly, you're going to have anxiety because when your vagus nerve is not communicating with your gut correctly, your gut is not producing the right amount of bacteria that it needs, good bacteria. It's not producing the right amount of serotonin. So if your gut's out of whack, because your vagus nerve is not communicating with it correctly, then you're going to have issues, unfortunately, with anxiety. So, question is, what can you do to get your vagus nerve to work properly and communicate with all your major organs? Here's what you can do. So, the vagus nerve is activated by exercise. So, yoga is good for the vagus nerve. Qigong is good for the vagus nerve. Those two things really good for the vagus nerve. Good sleep. We already talked about sleep yesterday, but let's just reiterate: good sleep. Whenever you get good sleep, it regenerates your whole entire body. Another thing that's good for the vagus nerve: cold showers. We talked about cold showers yesterday. And one other thing that I haven't mentioned yet that I did mention yesterday is another thing that's really good for the vagus nerve is chanting. Um, and the best chant that you can do for the vagus nerve to activate it is the Om chant. Um, so if you've never heard the Om chant, it just basically goes like this: Om, and um, the vagus nerve touches your vocal cords. It interacts with your vocal cords. So whenever you go Om, it vibrates your vocal cords, therefore activating your vagus nerve. Um, it's awesome. Trust me. Try doing ohms for like 10 minutes and you will feel the vibration in your body. Um, if you have any issues in your gut or other parts of your body, you will feel, um, I wouldn't say pain, you will just feel that part of your body vibrate when you do the Om chant because um, you have an issue there. So whenever you do the Om chants, um, it it activates that part of the body and you feel it. So you can do Om chants for 10-15 minutes twice a day. And there's something called rife frequencies. Um, I'm not exactly sure how effective rife frequencies are. I just know that there is a video that I'll put a link in the description of this video, and it's a rife frequency for activating the vagus nerve. So I don't know how effective rife frequencies are. The only thing that I can tell you is that when I listen to the rife frequency that activates the vagus nerve, because all the rife frequencies, they vibrate at different frequencies, right? So this rife frequency that I listen to vibrates at a frequency that activates the vagus nerve, right? So whenever I listen to the rife frequency that is vibrating to activate the vagus nerve, and I do the Om chants, it's pretty powerful. Like you can you can feel the synchronicity of the Om chants if you're doing the Om chants right, which it's pretty easy to do it right, and the frequency that's playing in your ear, and it feels better than just doing the Om chants without the frequency playing in your ears. That's what I can say about it. So that's how you um, that's how you activate the vagus nerve. Another thing you do is meditate. Um, and there's lots of different ways to do meditation. Um, sometimes I like to do it completely silent with nothing playing. Sometimes I like to put on um, sometimes I like to put on binaural beats from YouTube. Sometimes I like to chant. Maybe do like a Yom chant. Yum is the chant for your heart chakra. So yeah, with meditation, there's lots of different ways to do it. Um, there's transcendental meditation. There's other types of meditation. Um, so with meditation, I'd suggest that you find something that works for you and you do it. So maybe with the three things did I talk about three things today? I talked about the vagus nerve, meditation. I think I talked about the vagus nerve. I talked about something before the vagus nerve, but you guys are watching the video, so you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what I was talking about before I started talking about the vagus nerve. What was I talking about? Um, I'm not sure, but you've watched the video. You know the three things that I talked about. Um, so yeah, try and incorporate those things into your day. They will help you out with anxiety during the lockdowns because I'm sure lots of people are feeling it. Hopefully that they there's I think there's new lockdowns being instituted in other states. Um, I live in Texas, and there are. I don't think that Texas is going to lock down again. Once again, I'm not going to get into whether lockdowns are bad or good. I'm just explaining to you that they are happening. And if you are in a place where there are lockdowns, there's things you can do to help you with your well being. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a great day. See you later. Peace out. Like and subscribe.